know, Facebook and Twitter have been great ways of reconnecting with friends, old and new, but time spent reconnecting with old boyfriends or old girlfriends may not be the best method of keeping the flame burning in your own marriage. So attorney Rick Robertson, co-author of Protecting Your Assets from a Texas Divorce, is here with some warnings for too much flirting on Facebook. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, you hear that typically people that are on Facebook or on a Twitter site are usually from a younger generation, but now it's creeping up to, to older generations, folks who are married, and they're using Facebook a lot.
Well, not only are they using Facebook, but the over 35 segment has grown by 500% in the last year of Facebook use. And you know, Paige, it's interesting because I discovered recently that you reconnected with your old boyfriend.
How did you get that picture of my boyfriend?
Well,
see, what you don't see is the mullet and the parachute pants, but yes, that looks quite like him.
Never forget that Facebook is public. And once you reconnected, I heard that you were so smitten.
Well,
you were so excited.
Maybe a little bit.
It was so good to get back together with him. But of course, you forgot that Facebook was public.
Oops.
You forgot that your husband was one of your friends.
Shoot.
When your husband connected with you on Facebook, his reaction was not exactly the best. Now, was it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I don't know how you found out all about that, but that is so true. It's like it's a slippery slope. And you may reconnect with an old boyfriend just very innocently with the intentions of just kind of figuring out what they're doing with their lives, but then quickly things can kind of get out of control.
Things can get out of control, and of course the thing to remember is, how would you feel if your spouse were doing the same thing? If you can just keep that in mind, you're probably going to be in good shape. But never forget that Facebook is public and it can very well be used in court, and the appearance of impropriety can be just as damaging as impropriety itself.
That's a really good point, because one thing that I've noticed, or what you've told me, is that in a hearing now, this using a Facebook page and bringing that up in a divorce trial can really influence the way that the divorce is the outcome of that divorce.
Oh, it can have a huge impact. And just put yourself in this situation. You're sitting on the witness stand, an attorney asks you your username and your password, and then gets to go through everything on your page. The info, whether you're considering yourself single, separated, ready to go, married, whatever the case may be. And think of all the photos that are posted out there, not necessarily taken by you, but that may have you in positions that you don't particularly want a judge to see.
That's right. I mean, gone are the days of just privacy when it comes to interacting with other individuals. There's always a camera around, and you can really get yourself into some hot water if you're not careful. But also, just avoiding it entirely. Is that your recommendation? Is it ever appropriate to reconnect with an old flame?
Well, you know, employers are frequently saying that they're going to always look at someone's Facebook page. So people that are out interviewing for jobs frequently will go ahead and disable their Facebook page. It may be wise to do that in a divorce situation too, but just remember that always someone's going to have the opportunity to look at your page, and those digital footprints that are left out there could cause problems in the future.
Very good point. Thank you so much for being here. Great advice. And I would love to get your opinion on the subject. What are your thoughts about reconnecting with old flames on Facebook? You can check it out at my blog at NotSoPerfectParent.com.